Hello everybody, my name is Marietta Murton and I'm here to talk a little bit about myself, about how important it is to have a mentor. I'm here because we are gonna have fun, okay? So, and just keep in mind one thing, this is my first time doing this kind of videos for kids. Usually what I do is I go to classrooms and I teach art, but based on we have to pivot and look for ways to get to you and show you little things that you're gonna like. So first, once again, this is the first time I'm doing this, so you have to be patient with me. Let me to know how many minutes are we doing this. So let's say we start at 2. Okay? All right. So first, let me get my papers here. I got stuff prepared for you. So, a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Marietta Murton, and I'm original from Peru. What is my title? Curious enough, I got many titles. It's not just one. Peru, and I have a studies to become an engineer, and I got another bachelor degrees in United States, where I am a designer with a background in interior design architecture. I'm also an artist. But right now, my current job is working for the census. I work for the Department of Commerce under the Census Bureau. So you might be asking, what is the census? So, census. I work for the census. You might be asking, what is the census? So let me tell you a little bit about the census. The census happens every 10 years. Every year is mandated by the Constitution. Every person that is living and breathing in the United States. One thing that you have to keep in mind about the census is that everybody counts. What does it mean that everybody counts? It means that if you're living in the United States, by April 1st, 2020, you are counted. Meaning, if you are 1 year old, you're counted. If you are 2 years old, you have to be counted. If you are 60-year-old, you are counted. If you are visiting somebody here, you have to be counted. If you are going to school, you have to be counted. It doesn't matter what you started here, you have to be counted. The Constitution doesn't say that you have to be a USA citizen to be counted. You have to be counted regardless of your status, your immigration status. Why we have to do it every 10 years? Because it's in the Constitution. We have to do it. It's mandated and it's by law that we have to do and count everyone in the United States every 10 years. Why we have to count? It represents money. Why it represents money? Because based on the numbers that we receive on the communities, the money is distributed. The resources are allocated. So let's say we know there are 500 kids in your community. We have to make sure that these 500 kids got all the resources that you need. You got enough teachers, you got enough school programs, you got enough money for your lunches, for your breakfast, you got enough money for your library. This is, to me, the census is like, you have to say, hey, I'm here, That way we can allocate some money for you. One thing that you have to know is everything that we collect during the census is confidential. Nobody has access to your information. Nobody. We don't share this information with any government officials. We don't share this information with anybody. This is just for the census. Of course, we will share some information, but it's just statisticals, like you have, how many adults, how many senior citizens you have. It's all the information that we share. We don't share if Juan live here, if Pedro live here. That is confidential. Nobody will know personal information. This year, it has been different. Why? Because in previous years, what we did is we sent everybody in the United States a paper questionnaire, and you will fill it out and send it back to the main office, and we put it on the system. This year is totally different. You can do it online or on the phone. You can go online to www.2020census.gov, or you can call the number that we will provide later. So if you don't do it online or you don't do it on the phone, we will send you a paper questionnaire, and it's gonna be like the same way that people have been doing it since years ago. The census started in 1790, so years and years ago. So if you don't respond by paper, then we are gonna knock on your door. Yes, the census it is for everyone to be counted in the right place once. So if you don't respond, you have to expect somebody, or will be expecting somebody, who will go to your door and knock and try to collect the information, the resources that you need. So now you know a little bit about the census, and you are an ambassador. That means that you get to tell everybody. You're gonna tell your aunt, madrina, abuela, tia, primo. You tell everyone that you know how important the census is. Okay, what is my job and the census? My job is to go and educate the people about the importance of the census. I can talk to students. I have talked to students. I can talk to government officials. I can talk to diplomats. I can talk to students in college. Everyone and anybody that will listen will learn a little about the census. That's my job. Educate people and get the word around how important this is. Okay, so let me put my papers away here. Now, let me tell you a little bit about me. Okay, this is race, Peru. Peru is in South America, and we speak Spanish. My family was my dad, my mom, and we got six siblings, and I have 5 brothers and 1 sister. So as many of them, school was challenging. I remember going to school. In my school, we got those desks, 2 people we sit. But in my school, we sit 3 or 4 people there. We didn't have the resources that we needed to accommodate the school classes, and it was overcrowded. And I even remember that my school, you can see the bricks from the walls, And yes, we did have windows around us, but we didn't have any glass. So we just have the hole, but it wasn't any protection. So when it was cold, it was very cold inside, and when it was hot, it was very hot inside. We didn't have any type of air conditioning or heating systems in my school. So it was a very humble school, and like I said, it was very challenging. We didn't have enough. We didn't have a library, and of course we didn't get breakfast or lunches. Not even if you pay for it, it was non-existent. So then I went to college. College was so hard to get in. Not just because in Peru you have to have money to go to a college, but also you have to have a very strong foundation, like education foundation. And due to the fact that my school was so limited in resources, my foundation wasn't that great. Nevertheless, I studied hard. Many people may think that I graduated with the highest honors because it was easy for me, because I was smart. I'm here to tell you that was not easy. Being smart, yes, help, but wanting to achieve and knowing what your vision is, knowing where you want to be 2 years from now, when you want to be, where you want to be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, why you want to end up in your life, that's critical. So college for me was a start. Now, one thing that I learned during the years: find help. What does it mean? I was going to school, okay? Now, it wasn't in Peru, it was here in the United States. I was going because my dream was to become an architect. In United States, you have to have a bachelor's, and then you go bachelor's in fine arts with a concentration in interior design architecture. Is when I learned 3 things that probably I would say 80% chance, I will give you 80% credit that it changed my life. I got these 3: coach, I got a mentor, and I got a sponsor. What is a coach? A coach is a person that tells you what to do specifically. I will say that I got teachers or professors that they were my coaches. They would tell me what to do, and specific things, like if I needed to do a work or a project, will guide me, and I will do that. Now, if I needed to go to an interview, I will have a professor to tell me specifically how to talk, how to do my makeup, what paperwork I will have to bring. So that's your coach, somebody who tells you what to do, exactly what to do. Coach. Now, other thing that you is a mentor. What is a mentor? A mentor is somebody who guides you. It doesn't tell you specifically what to do, but it will advise you and let you have the last decision. So I tell you a little bit, or an experience that I have. So when I graduate with my bachelor's degree in 2017, I really wanted to do an MBA, which is a master's in business administration. I really have to do, and it's called I forgot, GMAT, I believe, and I graduated with the highest honor. So I didn't think I needed to prepare for this test. However, when I took the test, it was nothing like I expected. You have to prepare for this test. So I failed. And so I wasn't accepted to do an MBA, a Master's in Business Administration, because I didn't pass this test that is required when you want to do a Master's. So very, very sad. And I talked to one of my mentors, and prior about doing my MBA, I did have a conversation with my mentor, and I always ask my mentors what books I should be reading. And he recommended this book about a female who was the first to get to the Mount Everest, which is the highest point in Earth, and she was there. And so he used that book as an example. So he was telling me, I understand that you are sad that you didn't get into the MBA program, but you have to look at this way. And he started telling me and citing the book that I read, and he was telling me, you remember the lady who got to the summit of Mount Everest, how she did? And I said yes, and he asked me how did she do it? And I said, well, first she was on base 1, stayed there for a few days, then she went to base 2 of on the mountain, and then she stayed there for a few days, and then she came back. And what she does is she is having her body getting used to the altitude, and then a couple days she went back to second base, and then she goes to stay there for a couple days, and then goes to third base, stay there for a couple days, and then goes back to second base, so on until she gets to the summit. So it's what he was telling me. He's like, you didn't get into your MBA program. That's fine. So what you need to do is, first you have to celebrate that nothing stopped you for applying and going for it. You have to celebrate this is a big victory. Second, now, well, you tried to win, you tried to go from base 1 to base 3. Or maybe you were trying to go from base 1 to base 2. Well, you didn't get into. Now you have to go back to base 1, and you have to analyze your situation and try to see how you're gonna get to the summit. Is it gonna be base 1, or you have to go to the middle of the base before you get to 1? Advice a mentor will give you. They wouldn't tell you exactly what to do, but they will, based on their life experience, based on their professional experience, they will tell you little advice and will let you decide what to do next. Now, the next thing that you might have and you will never know is a sponsor, is a cheerleader. A sponsor is a person who knows you, who knows your reputation, who knows who you are, and your name will come out by this person, but you don't even know that this person would be talking about you. So for example, if that is looking somebody for a job, and this person get a phone call and say, hey, do you know someone who may do this job and is bilingual or whatever? This sponsor will say, yes, I know this person who has a good reputation and blah, 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 blah. So you don't know this person is your mentor. He's not your mentor. He's not your coach. But for you. So that's very important to know that everything you do will carry some kind of reaction, or some kind of, let me think. It will have an impact in somebody, and this somebody can be the person who anonymously, I cannot say it, anonymous. You will not know that this person is talking about you and being your cheerleader. Okay, let me see. Let me see here. I have a checklist and I don't know what it is. Oh, I find it. Just a second. It's here. So now let's talk about what we're gonna do today. Okay. So what we're gonna do today is called origami. Okay. What is origami? So many of you know that paper was invented in China in 105 AD. So there is a controversy with where origami came from, but we are thinking that, based on my research, this is in Japan in the 17th century. These people start doing origami, but mind that back then paper was super expensive. They didn't have the technology that we have, so only rich people could afford paper. So, and in the 1900s it was more popular because the paper was less expensive. So what origami means? Origami is a Japanese word. The ori means folding and kami, paper. Origami is folding paper. Now, there has been research and studies that suggest that yes, this might be original from China or Japan. There were other countries who were practicing some way or another type of art. Japan, however, they didn't use this origami for fun. So the purpose of origami in the beginning was ceremonial. The people use it as a ceremonial activity, as a religious activity, and samurais used to make those little paper folding and give it to other people as a gift. That was really appreciated. Remember, paper was expensive. People use origami as a symbol for hope and as a healing. Perfect, right? Especially now that we are like all in the house and we are hopeful that one day we are getting out and we need to heal somehow this craziness that we are inside. We cannot do anything outside and our lives has been disrupted. Maybe you cope with being inside all the time. Now, if you go to China, they're gonna tell you that origami, there is a belief, okay? So the belief is that you have to make 1,000 origami cranes. And I will show you, this is a crane. If you make 1,000 of these little figures, your wish will come true. It's a belief. There are types of origamis. There are many of them. Well, not many, it's like 6, I believe. So it is an action origami. There is a modular origami, wet folding origami, pure land, and more. So action, modular, wet folding, pure land, and more. The action requires to blow, maybe to make the paper blow, requires some aesthetic energy. Okay, now with the modulo, and with a modularized same piece of paper, reproduce and put it together to form a so putting identical pieces together. The wet folding produces a model that the edges are more gentle, okay? In the paper to produce this, as you might think, wet folding, the paper get damper and produces very soft. Not like this one that is very, very pointy. It produces something, because the paper is wet, it's easy to manipulate. So, do you know why origami is important? Do you think? Do you have any idea? Is origami important? Yes, it is. And let me tell you why origami is important. Because develops hand and eye and hand coordination, sequencing skills, math reasoning, memory, patience, and attention skills. So yeah, origami is very important. And just before we start, you have to understand that you have to be slow. This is like anything else. You have to be patient with yourself. We are gonna do it slowly, that way we but just be patient and try to have fun. So I'm gonna show you the 3 models that we're doing today. We are doing a little heart. So if you are in love, you can open this and put a little note and give it to the person you love. So we are gonna be doing this little heart. Okay, it's gonna be the number 1. Before I forget, you have received paper that is like this big. It's 6 by 6. You have to get those materials because we are going to be using this paper. So the second one that we are going to do is this little heart, this little rabbit. So that's what we're going to be doing, the second one. And the third one is this, is the famous crane. So hopefully, if everyone do 1,000 of these, we can wish to end this pandemic, maybe? What would I wish for? I think I need a new car, but most than anything, I want to be able to go out. I kind of miss my friends. And probably you're going crazy too. I would say that you are missing your friends and you're missing school and play football outside, soccer outside. So let's see if we can do something about this. Okay, so like I said, this is my first time doing this. So I have to adjust the phone. That way I can turn around, I can put it upside down, that way you can see what I work. So you're gonna see the process. I don't know how to stop this, I don't know how to do. So technical difficulties, so let me do that and we start with the first heart. Okay, give me a second. You're gonna see the whole process. So let's see how I do this. I think I did this. Okay, let me turn around this. Perfect. Oh yeah, I need to do this. Okay. I'm gonna try not to disconnect the phone. Okay, let me adjust this. Give me just a second. I think I just. Okay, so let's put this here. And let's see in my paper, you can see my paper. I don't know how to do this, okay. Give me a second, I have to make sure that you are able to see the paper. Give me just a second, okay? Maybe we'll do it like this. Yeah, this will work. Okay. Okay, let me see. I think that will do it. Okay, perfect. So let me put this here. Okay, let me turn it around again. And I think we can do it like that way. Let me put this a little bit higher. Give me just a second, let me do the other one. Oh, it will be much better if I got a crew doing this for me. But no, it's just me, guys. So you have to be patient. What if I turn that? Okay. I think you're gonna be able to see this. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna make sure you're there. Right there. Okay, I'm gonna do something here. That way I know that I have to stay here. Okay, perfect. So now let me get some water. My throat is a little dry. I will be right back. Just a second. Go and get your paper. Okay, I'm back. I got my water. Let me make sure we're still live. Yes, we're still live. So, let me get stuff. So let's, we're gonna need 3 pieces of paper right now, okay? You got, I believe, 10. Pick whichever you want, whatever you wanna do, whatever you feel like using it for the first one. So since we are gonna do the heart right now, this one, I'm gonna be using this paper, the pink. So I'm gonna put these 2 back. I did get the paper. I did buy the paper that you guys got, but my daughter started using it and I have no idea where she put it, and I need to do this video. So let's do this heart. Put the heart here. Let me pull my help here. So the first thing that we're gonna do is, so it's 6 by 6, right? We are gonna fold this from here to here. Okay, so, and you be patient, just try to get the corner there, and then let's you know what I was doing? I was using a pencil that is better. Let me, okay, so I'm gonna use this. I will be right back. Give me just a second. Okay, now that you have this like this, make sure that you fold this very nicely. We are gonna open it, okay? And we are gonna do it the other side like this. Okay. Take your time, put it in the corner. And I'm gonna use this to make it very, very flat. Now we're gonna open it and we're gonna do this. So we're gonna put this corner, we're gonna fold it to the middle, like this. Okay, and I'm gonna be using my little thing. Perfect, you're seeing it. Now, we're gonna do the same, and we are gonna put this corner on the top, like this. Okay, and I'm gonna use this to make it flat. Okay, give me a second. Okay, now we have this. Okay, you see this and this? We're gonna fold this like this. Put your nail or your finger on the middle of the crease and fold it like this. And I'm gonna use my little helper, and I'm gonna do the next one too.